Three, two, one. Hello, this is the season 16 EMG game world preview. This is the second attempt we've made. I'm with Nhery, the Leverkusen manager, who will be joining us. We're hoping that Sir Joe, Babajide, and JJ will be on at some point to talk about the game world. Right. So, also as well, just breaking news: the EMG Champions Cup final will be between Barcelona from Division One of the EMG main world against Galatasaray and Legends of Europe. Now, back to the preview. Let's start with Division Three. Neri, who do you see doing well this year in D3? Okay, so it seems to be some audio issues. Right. What I've done is I have made three like league predictions for Division Three, Division Two, and Division One. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my three league predictions. So I'll give some reason to why I've predicted Division. Oh, here he is. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Back to the original plan. Who do you think will do well in Division Three?
I think Juventus, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, no doubt, they are going to be around the top six. So, and for the other three spots, I think it's up for grabs. It's up for grabs.
Yep. And is there any team particularly who you think are going to struggle this year in Division Three?
Are going to struggle? Is that the question?
Who's going to beat them?
Who's gonna what?
So clubs that are going to be towards the bottom. Who do you think will be towards the bottom?
I don't know. The thing about Division Three is it's fickle. You never know which team is going to do it. Which team is going to stay bottom. It all depends on the transfers that the managers make in the off season. So when the team is shipped off, then you never can tell what is what. So I don't know. Anything can still happen apart from the top six. But I can't predict.
I've got
the bottom side.
What I've got is I've got Sevilla, and I know a lot of people think Sevilla will do well this year. And they came 12th last year. But obviously Ajmal is one of the best youth developers in his game world. He's also invested heavily in a lot of quality players. I know he did a deal with Atletico Madrid and picked up Cole and also as well he's got Delict, Xhaka. He's got a lot of 90 rate. He's got a good chunk of 90 ratings, more than some of his rivals have. So he looks like somebody who could do well this year. We've also got Juventus doing well. Buzz is a very good manager. And that Juventus team has been built up ever since Pane took them over in 2022. To be at the stage where they probably should have gone up a few seasons ago now. But They're now sort of in a position as long as Moses is active. Obviously, one thing I have with Moses is he could miss. I know he sometimes with his work schedule he sometimes misses games. And it could be a case that he misses a cup game, fails to change, puts the first team out in the cup, and then ends up losing a league game because of that. Obviously, if it goes to plan, I think he'll do well. I've also got Palace, your Leverkusen up there as well. And then out the relegated division, I've got Villarreal probably making the playoffs. Aston Villa, and Bayern look pretty bad. So I think they'll struggle. Any other thoughts?
In where? I think you are right about Sevilla. Sevilla are going to do well actually. Looking at that team, they have all it takes to even they can even be the favourites for the title. No challenger. But you never know what might happen. But I think Sevilla is definitely going back up this season.
Sevilla are a team with a perfect balance of really good team, too good for that league, and good manager, where sometimes you get a bad team with good manager and they overperform. We get the opposite. And we can name one of Rashini, Davian, Villa. It's Sevilla. If Sevilla don't get automatic promotion and they're in the playoffs and have that 25% chance of going up, I'd be very surprised. I think it's between Ajmal's Sevilla, Alabi's Juventus, and Corey's Palace. I think that the three, and then your Leverkusen just behind them. That's the teams that are going to be battling, I think, for the automatics. My overall Division 3 table, I've got Sevilla first, Juventus second, Crystal Palace third, Leverkusen fourth, Villarreal fifth. I know Gift can be a bit shit sometimes, but I'll probably back him to do all right. Leicester is a surprise package coming sixth. I really like Marco's Portuguese league team. Invested a lot in youth and has got some quality. Villa coming seventh. Davian, that's all I can say. Valencia eighth. Again, that's Valencia. And I think he can slowly progress up the league. Leipzig 9th, Bayern 10th, and they've got Roma 11th, Monaco 12th. Marseille under new management, and I've got Lille 14th. Okay. And then on to Division 2. Who do you think will be the teams in D2 this year that will really contend to get promoted?
Get promoted. I think Everton for sure. They are going to be in that top 6 again this season.
Anyone else?
I think I'll go for Everton. Inter also, I think they just got relegated this season, so I think they have what it takes to challenge back for the promotion. I'm not saying Inter are going to definitely get promoted, but they are going to be in the race for promotion. They are going to be in it. So I go for Leon also. They have a good team, and if they don't get as much draw as they did last season, they will definitely go up. Because Lyon at the point actually played to win the Division 2 season, but they were just draws after draws after. So I think that's what stopped them from making the cut, and that's why they are still in Division 2 for this season. So I will also tip um Manchester United under Arsene to be the dark horse of Division 2, because they have spent so many years recruiting in Division 3. So it won't come as a surprise to me if after finally promoting to Division 2, it gives them the manager the drive to to push for more, and they don't have anything to fight for in Division 2 actually, because in Division 3 is a case of if players come off concern, he will go for them, and that's how he's practically built his team up. But now in Division 2, I think he will have his eyes set on Division 1. So I think I'll be tipping Manchester United as the dark horse. Dark horse, that's what I said. Not feel like go up. But for me, the favorite to be in the top six position, Everton, Lyon, Inter Milan, and then Sociedad.
I've
So
got
that's my prediction for this.
Everton. I've got Everton being at the top. I think we all know how good Bojan is. And I think Everton were in a position Brentwood were in 2 years ago where there's just two other sides that are just slightly better, equal, maybe slightly better than them. It's a case of just getting, missing out on autos and then losing the playoffs. I've gone Lazio, actually. I put Lazio second. Bojan is, Lazio, I think Lazio would have stayed up last year if they didn't go for a cup run. There's probably some games early on that they lost that would have kept them in the league. And I think James knows what he's doing. I think it's a case of him, doing what he needs to do to get him promoted. Lyon, I mean, I think it's been about 5 or 6 seasons Lyon have been in the playoffs, made the playoff final and lost. It's got to happen one year. It's got to happen one year. Sam's got to go the line, get it to do well. He needs to. I don't know what else he can do. I can go for ratings, but even then that doesn't necessarily work. I'm going to say my dark horse is Atalanta. I was very impressed with them last year, just missing out on the playoffs. And I think Atalanta, Alan Austin, and then previously Big have done a really good job building young core that have progressed over time, and they've done deals to just improve the team. Yeah, I think this is going to be a case of, I think it's a case of this could be a year that they maybe break into the playoffs. If you break into the playoffs, who knows? I know you mentioned as well Inter Milan and Man U. I've actually got them quite low down, and I'll mention that in a bit. Obviously, but yeah. Speaking of the wrong end of the table, who do you think will struggle this year in Division 2?
Lazio for sure. Lazio are going to struggle.
So who do you think are going to be towards the bottom of Division 2 who's going to be battling relegation?
I just said Lazio.
I would say
I would
I've got
say
United
I've
at the
got
bottom,
United at the bottom.
and I know you said Rashini might do well.
Rashidi might do well.
It's Rashidi.
It's Rashidi.
You know, I think it's a case of
I think it's a case of
he will
he will
either do really well or he'll
well.
go on a cup run and get relegated. We know how much Rashidi loves his concerned players, and obviously this year he's not getting them. It can go either way.
It can go either way.
I think Gladbach
I think
are long-term decline. They have
long-term decline.
some good youngsters, but I do think it's a case of a team that have fallen on the wayside a bit, and it's going to be Division 2 might be tough for them this year. They brought in Ben Dunk and they signed Lewis Dunk. You know, it's not. You know, it's Ben Dunk's one for the future. Lewis Dunk's one for now. Who knows? And then obviously out the promoted teams, Ajax and Chelsea. Both teams overperformed massively last year in Division 3. And I think, you know, it'll be a tough year for Vinny, and Tom, you know, and I think they'll be in that bubble at the bottom. And I've gone for Inter as well. I think Inter last year's were particularly brilliant. It'll be interesting to see what Dan does this year. There's a lot. Division 2 is quite hard to predict because a lot of teams could either be really, really good, but also have the ability to be really, really bad. And it's quite difficult. There's no real really, really dominant teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, that Flamengo team. Last year we had Benfica, Betis, Real at the top, and then yeah. I mean, my overall prediction for Division 2, I've gone Everton first, Lazio second, Lyon third, Tottenham fourth. Obviously been relegated from Division 2. Atalanta fifth, Milan sixth, Bilbao seventh, Bilbao really under new management. Have also under new management. They're a team that could also. Jaden recently left the game old. Goix has come in. It's a really well-built team. I think things will do well with them in the future. Sociedad now on Derby as 8th. Porto 9th. Harry Ramsey did not do any deals. He's saying he's got his auto reject on. Chelsea 10th. Chelsea 11th. Ajax 12th. Gladbach 13th. And Man United 14th. On to the next division. Now, big one. Division 1. First of all, who do you have, Nhery, as teams that you're going to be in the relegation scrap at the bottom?
I think I'll go for PSG.
Yep. Anyone else?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go for a lot of due to the rebuild going on now. So I think PSG, Man City, and Benfica, actually. Benfica, PSG, and Man City. I think they are going to find it tough staying up next season. PSG definitely is going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone for. I mean, Man City. This is the year. I know I've been saying for about 3 years. Go down. They've had new manager bounces and stayed up. Last year at the start of the season, felt that they were going to go down with Razor only getting 1 point from his opening 7. he did really well after that and kept them up. Got them 10. Pane's in charge. Pane is well. The rebuild officially has started at Man City, and it is what I call year zero. This is the worst it will be. And because it's in Division 1, I think Man City will really struggle. They'll pick up wins. They might. But I think this will be a invoice of Division 1 this year. I think it's short-term pain, long-term gain for Pane. He knows what he's doing, but yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult one this year. Dortmund, I think could be another one. In decline, they had a contract last season, 11th, 10th. Arjun, it is a bit of an aging team. He has sold some players on. For example, he sold Modric, I think. And yeah, Luka Modric was sold to Ajax, and he's bought in João Pedro, Dani Ceballos, and Dennis Raum. All three are 89s. Sort of short-term ratings to keep him up. He's still got the big man, the CR7 up front. He's a 92 for now. But how long is that going to last? It's stagnated a bit. There's some good young talent. Mark Guay, Murillo at Forest, who are going to rise. But I think Dortmund struggle this year. They've had the last couple of years they've done pretty well. But this year they're going to really struggle. And before anyone calls me biased, I actually have myself of getting relegated. I think we have a team that plays a certain way, and that's attacking football. Like Norwich when they've been in the Premier League. That doesn't mean you're going to, or Southampton this year, that means you're going to lose games. We will obviously adjust tactically, but I think currently Real, it may be difficult for us. I could be wrong. It could be a case of we do really well. It could be really disastrous for us. So if Real Madrid are a team that could go, it could be really good, just a really crap season, and we go back down to 2. But yeah, I've got myself getting relegated. And then the final one, neither of us have mentioned, is Napoli. Now, Napoli actually qualified for the Champions Cup last year, but it is an Asian team, and it's teams rated higher than Napoli. Now, Bami is a great manager. We're not going to take that away from him, and he could easily keep the team up with his, his older stars. But I mean, one rating review for Napoli, and it gets worse for them. But it's a long way off being first team ready. So I think Napoli will struggle this year, and obviously the other team has had a new manager, PSG. I think PSG survive. They do work there. Like some of the big deals he has done. However, I think it's another case of year zero. But he's brought Martinez in, he's brought David Vivian, and he's brought Hummels in as a rating. There's a lot of 86, 87s. They could struggle. They could also do really well. And I've got Andre Onana coming. Amadou Onana, sorry, the Villa midfielder joining was joined from Everton. So yeah, be interested to see how they go. And Nhery, who do you think will be towards contending for, first of all, the top 4, And who do you have in your top four? Who do you think will win the league?
I think in the top four next season, I think we'll have Atletico Madrid for sure. We'll have Wolverhampton in the top four. We'll have Arsenal and Barcelona in the top four. That is my top four prediction for next season. And I think the Liverpool should make top four actually, but this is EMG and there is a case of winners curse, which is very real actually, because the last 2 seasons Atletico won the league and he was fighting for relegation in the first half of the season last season. So, and on that case, I think Fizz is going to be in for a long season. But you never know, it can break the course or not. But in that top four, I think we will definitely have Atletico Madrid and Barcelona in the top four, and Wolves. I tip Wolves to come third in the race for the title. I think Wolves we come third, and I'm giving the title charge to Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. I think it should be between those two guys if they can actually get their team up and running early in the league. So that's my prediction for Division 1.
Yeah, so I've got my top four as Wolves, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Arsenal. I've got Liverpool missing out, as we've mentioned. There is a curse of pretty much if you win the title, you have a bad season the year after. So I say that I don't think Fizz will have a bad season. I just don't think he's going to be in the title. It might be like Atletico this year, where it was a really bad start, a good end, or it just could be the opposite, or it could just be patchy. I think Atletico's end of season 4 to get them 6th really could start the season, but I don't actually have them winning the league, which would surprise a few. Wolves, I think Drill's been there or there as well. He's been like third a lot, about a second. He's in that. He's maybe like best of the rest not in a title race. Last year, him and Barca were comfortably ahead of 5th, but comfortably behind Uche and Fizz. And I think it could be a Wolves win it. We know how when Jabril wins titles, he wins a lot. We just need to make it for that. But this might be the year Wolves win it. Yeah, I think Wolves. My Division 1 table, I've gone for Wolves first, Atletico Madrid second, Barcelona third, Arsenal fourth, Liverpool fifth. Now, I'm going to come back to Liverpool in a sec, because obviously something that's happened today is potentially could benefit them. In this case, Rennes 6th. I've gone for Betis 7th. I think Betis will come to the Challenge Cup mid-table. I think, JJ's doing. Flamengo 8th. Got the PSG 9th. Manager Pound still struggles, but I think they'll get over the line and survive. Benfica 10th. I think as long as Saskid has the minimum, we know Saskid's a brilliant recruiter, but he's practically
exactly.
bit, he can potentially be a bit. Obviously, the previous Division 1 season, he had 19 points and got relegated. But I think he'll stay up. Got Napoli 11th, just staying up. My Real Madrid 12th, Dortmund 13th, and a very distant last place is Man City. I think Man City potentially could be like one of those D1 teams that get like under 20 points. They could get under 15. I think they are. They're going to really struggle this year. Going back to Liverpool now. Barcelona in the Champions Cup final. If you're Fizz, you want Gino to win. Because if Gino wins, he qualifies for the Champions Cup before the season starts. If then Gino comes and Barcelona come fourth at league spot, that would be that Barcelona would qualify for fifth. Will come fifth. You get the Champions Cup. So Fizz is that bubble team. I think he's going to be the one who misses out on the top, but he could be rewarded if Barca win tomorrow. Bilbao qualify for the Champions Cup. Dortmund are likely. Bilbao could happen. But yeah. Any thoughts?
On
Division 1.
rewind for me, please. I've given my predictions on Division 1 already, I think.
Final thing. Who do you think will win the EMG Cup?
I don't know. That is totally random. You
want to
have
predict?
been that has won teams from Division 1 over the years, so that is not up for prediction. What matters is, there are a couple of teams that has the squad depth to go for the cup, and you don't know what each manager has in plan. I think most managers actually they don't even plan for cup, but going into the season they do not plan for the cup. But as the season goes on, maybe they decide, okay, I'm not doing so good in the league, or okay, I'm actually doing well, overachieving in the league. Maybe let me go for cup. So since I am predicting to be fifth when the season starts, and now I'm second, so I think I can go for cup. If I go for cup and I fall down to fifth or sixth, then it is actually okay. So I think for the cup, it is just random, because some managers even get far by accident in the cup, not by design. So you never know with cup. You never know until it happens. Then fine. So for me, there's no prediction on that. I just wish everybody luck going into the season.
I will do a prediction for the cup. I'm going to probably say it will be. I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's going to be. It'll be a Division 1 team. I'm going to say Rennes. I don't know why, but I just think they're sort of not in the top 5, but they're not relegation threatened. Altamaz may just get that trophy, get the cup. This cup to do it as well. I'm going to say Rennes will win the cup. As Nhery just said, then best of luck to everyone. Let's just make sure this is a good season for EMG. I know recently we've had some technical issues. Obviously, I'd like to apologise for that. But yeah, obviously, good luck to all 42 teams. May the best men in each teams in each division win, and hopefully, some of you will have in 3 months' time will have you be ecstatic of how your season's gone. Others, it might be a case of it might be a season for dread. But good luck to all, and everyone here wishes everyone all best of luck. And that is the end of the podcast.